Welcome back to another video. We are in the Psychic Cup here, and we're going to be rocking the Malamar team paired with Alolan Raichu and Slowking in the back. We are met with the Raichu here right now, where we have a positive matchup. We do get a shield from it, which is fantastic. The whole goal right now is to get the shield, and that could have been a WoW charge, but we called it bait, which is going to help us get to this next move, and we actually get 2 shields out of it. So then we decide to switch out. We go into our own Raichu. They still stay in. Okay, and it looks like they decide to switch out as well, which is going to force us to go for this wild charge. We do as much damage as possible, and then we just going to get a farm down with whatever we have in the back. So 1 shield up and 3 hexes, I believe. So energy advantage with a shield, and we're going to see if Slowking can close the game for us. We do get Thunder Punch baited once again, but we are able to get to this Shadow Ball to take out that Raichu, and we're trying to race to a Shadow Ball to get to potential KO range. Our opponent goes for the Mega Horn. Fortunately for us, we are able to survive the Mega Horn, and that is GG. So well played by us on just maintaining the energy and maintaining alignment. Getting down 2 shields early wasn't helpful, obviously, so we move on to the next one. Malamar versus Rapidash. Not the best matchup for us here, so we're going to have to immediately switch out into the Slowking, the Galarian Slowking. We're going to have to tank a V-Crate. This V-Crate is going to do about 70%. Then we're going to have to go in with our Shadow Ball here. This Shadow Ball will potentially get a shield or KO. Maybe not KO, since it was relatively healthy when it came in. That was an interesting undercharge by my opponent right there. Now, we have to decide whether we want to call it a bait or shield. It ends up being a body slam bait. Our opponent actually ends up coming back in with their Gardevoir, which is not great for us because this Malamar is super weak to fairies, but we luckily are able to get off 1 foul play, which does a huge amount of damage, which allows our Raichu to farm down. And then here it's just a simple shield and go for this next move, and they win CMP. So do we survive another body slam? Yes. And so there goes GG's to our opponent right there. Lucky for us, just barely surviving that body slam right there to take home that win. Almost went into the wrong league right there, but I wanted to see if this Raichu had any play. So it definitely feels like shield up with Raichu is more advantageous for like most things, but especially if you can get like just ridiculous farm down or just a good amount of energy on the Raichu, you can definitely toy with people's mind, because it basically is a bait Pokemon where you can go for the potential KO or the little Thunder Punch. Here we have the Malamar versus Malamar. It looks like their Malamar is a little bit better than ours in terms of bulk. So they are able to 1 shield and take us out, but then we come in with our Slowking, but then they counter swap, and we have to come in with our Raichu. This Raichu is gonna basically come down to whether we go for the hard-hitting move or we go for the bait move. We go for the Thunder Punch right there because we think that we can get to another Thunder Punch, which is indeed what happens. This Thunder Punch does take out the Slowbro, but then it allows their Bruxish to come and farm us down, so that's not good. Here we're going to go for the Surf Bait. We do get the shield, and now it's just a race to whether we can get to this Shadow Ball. We do get to the Shadow Ball. Does it KO? Yes, it does. GG's to our opponent right there. that Bruxus was also very close to 1500. But luckily for us, we were able to get that last shield with the bait. If they called it, we would have lost, obviously. So a little bit of a coin flip win. All right, we have the Raichu in the lead here. We know that we can get to this foul play first before they can get to any of their first moves. So we're going to throw this foul play. We do get a shield, which is fantastic. That is already job well done by the Malamar. We're probably going to let this... Oh, we actually shield this. That was a change of pace. It ends up being the wild charge, so we do call the wild charge correctly. They are able to get to another move before we get to the next foul play. And here we go. This is a Raichu with no shields. Will this be the wild charge or will this be the Thunder Punch? It ends up being the Thunder Punch, so we let it go. Once again, we let this one go, but it ends up being the wild charge. So we got absolutely bamboozled right there. Unfortunately for us, that was a lot of energy left on the board right there. Well played by my opponent. And that is the power of a Raichu right there, is if you can somehow, get energy advantage, you can kind of toy with your opponent's minds. So here we only are going for surfs here because we need to somehow survive here and get some energy, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. GG's to our opponent right there. Well played by them. Hindsight is 2020, but obviously if I had shielded that wild charge, we would have been in a better situation. Possibly farm down their own Raichu, then we can throw our own wild charge. So it is what it is. Here we're going to switch in because terrible matchup in the front, and we are met with the Malamar. Malamar is very tough to take down with the Slowking. We are able to get one shield, which is great. We survived one foul play, so we let it go. Does our opponent ever double shield? They do double shield. I mean, we were trying to get to another serve, but we die on the move. So a little bit of a wasted energy there. And now the goal is to get to a wild charge and dip. Will they allow us to get to another wild charge? So tough. So we're going to invest double shields. We overfarm just a little bit, and then we go for this wild charge. We take out this Malamar. We're going to do one fast move, and then we're going to switch out, trying to catch a body slam, which is exactly what happens here. And then here we are going to have to tank another move. Ends up being the Mega Horn, and it completely wipes us out. Here we get CMP tied, and unfortunately for us, this body slam, even though it doesn't KO, it does hurt us because now it leaves us less health to work with. And then here we're just a little bit unfortunate. Like I said, we kind of just ran out of health. So GG's to our opponent right there. Well played. Let us know about this team and hope you enjoyed the video.